There are certain actions that invalidate the prayer. So, if you learn them and master them, you don't need to ask, should I do this? Should I do that? Would that invalidate my prayer? If you master these, so what are the things that invalidate my prayer? Number 1, to break my wudu, because one of the conditions of Salah is to be in a state of purity. So, if a person urinates, defecates, passes wind, etc., invalidates his wudu, then his prayer is invalid. Imagine someone in prostration, and he takes a nap. He sleeps, wakes up after 5 to 7 minutes, and whoops, I took a nap. Yeah, your prayer is invalid because you broke your wudu. Number 2, to be in touch with an impurity, an impure substance. So, if it comes in contact with a worshipper and he's aware of it, this invalidates his prayer unless he removes it. So, for example, while praying, I remember that I have an impurity on my headgear, so I immediately take it off and throw it away and continue to pray. Your prayer is valid, but if the impurity is in my underwear, I can't take those off while praying, so I have to break my prayer, remove it, purify myself, and go and establish a prayer once again. Number 3, to expose or to uncover the aura deliberately. So, a woman, while praying, takes off her scarf, fixes her hair, puts her scarf on again, and continues to pray. No, you've exposed your aura deliberately. Someone taking off his waist wrapper, and his aura is exposed deliberately, your prayer is invalid. Number 4, to give your back to the Qibla deliberately. And we spoke about movement and turning away from the Qibla. This breaks your prayer. Number 5, to speak deliberately. So, while in prayer, someone says to you, where did you put my wallet? And you said, it's on the table there, and you continue to pray. This breaks your prayer because Allah ordered us in the Quran by saying, and stand before Allah, devoutly obedient. And this ayah was revealed at a time when the companions used to communicate during prayer. So, while in prayer, one would ask the one next to him, so, what happened yesterday? So, are you coming to lunch today? That was normal until this ayah was revealed. The companions say, so we were ordered to be silent and not to speak while in prayer. Number 7, among the things that invalidate a person's prayer, whether a man or a woman, is for a woman to pass in front of the worshipper, or a dog or a black dog would walk between the prostration spot and the standing position of an individual. The Prophet Mohammed, peace be upon him, said, when one of you stands to pray, he will be screened if he has something in front of him that is like the back of a saddle. If he does not have something in front of him that is like the back of a saddle, which means that it is this height, then his prayer will be interrupted if a donkey, a woman, or a black dog passes in front of him. And this hadith was narrated by Imam Muslim. Now, I know that many people would say, whoa, you're resembling women to dogs and donkeys. I say, no, I'm not. This is the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and this is part of worshipping Allah without asking for justification or a legitimate reason. We comply without arguing, and this invalidates the prayer of a man praying or even a woman. So, if a sister passes in front of her mom or her sister between her prostration position and standing position, this invalidates her prayer. Number 8, to abandon one of the pillars, to omit an essential part or condition or obligatory part of the prayer deliberately without any excuse. And we spoke about this before when we talked about the pillars and the obligatory actions. Number 9, to eat or drink deliberately. Ibn al-Munzir, the consensus of scholars is that whoever drinks or eats during his fard prayer deliberately and intentionally, that his prayer is invalid, and he has to repeat that all over again. Number 10, deliberately adding a pillar or putting a pillar in the position of another pillar. So, if someone adds a 5th rakat in Dohar deliberately or prostrates before doing ruku deliberately, this invalidates the prayer. Now, when we talk about laughing, that breaks a prayer. Laughing, as the scholars are divided into categories or levels, One level is just to smile. So, someone is praying and then he does this. This does not invalidate his prayer. Laughing out loud, this breaks the prayer without any doubt, especially that type of laughing where you have these loud voices, because this shows that you're playing around with the salat, and this defies the purpose of salat. So, someone ha 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 makes a sound. Laughing that is in between, it's not audible and it's not smiling. The majority of scholars say that this invalidates the prayer if one or two letters have been uttered. So, these types of sounds would invalidate your prayer. Even if you don't make a sound, if you start shaking your shoulders, this invalidates your prayer, and Allah knows best. If you liked today's video, then subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.